Welcome back to phonics. In phonics, we've been talking about compound words. What's a compound word? A compound word is when we take two words and push them together to make one. Remember popcorn? Pop and corn together make the word popcorn. So last time we read this story, and I want to read it one more time because I'm going to ask you some questions about it. So this is in your word study book on page 18. Let's read this together. Paul Bunyan and the Popcorn Blizzard. Remember, you're reading it out loud also. Everybody knows that Paul Bunyan was a mighty big hero who went out west and became a lumberjack. When Paul got there, he hired men to help him clear the forests for farmland. Second paragraph. In spring, after some of the forests had been cleared, the farmers planted corn. When summer arrived, the corn stalks grew as tall as trees. As the corn stalks grew, so did the kernels of corn. One sunny afternoon, it was as hot as can be. When Paul went outside, his lumberjacks stood beside him because his shadow provided them with shade. While the men worked, they suddenly heard a popping sound. Across the fields, the corn kernels were bursting like firecrackers. The popped corn flew through the air and landed on the ground in huge piles. Meanwhile, the men, who had been very hot, began to shiver because they thought the popcorn was snow. They ran inside to put on their jackets. Then they made popcorn balls like snowballs and had popcorn fights. Later on, this day became known as the Popcorn Blizzard. Everyone was amazed that during the blizzard, the men forgot about the heat. Do you remember all the compound words that we found yesterday? Like popcorn, everybody, lumberjack, became, farmland. If you haven't, you should have underlined all the compound words that you can see. If you haven't done that, pause this video and underline all of the compound words. Then try drawing a line in the middle. Where would you cut those two words in half? For example, everybody, I would put a line right here in between the Y and the B. That way I have the word every on one side and buddy on the other side. For lumberjack, I would draw a line right in between the R and the J. That way on the left side I have lumber and on the right side I have jack. Try that with the other compound words that you found. Pause this video and make that happen. So now let's talk about what this story is about, because as readers, we don't want to just read the words. We want to have that mental picture in our mind. So as you were reading, you should have imagined the man, Paul Bunyan. He was really, really tall, right? And he was a lumberjack. And then, as it was getting hot, you should have imagined the kernels bursting like firecrackers, and the men being scared, thinking it was snow and putting their jackets on really quickly. That's something you should see in your mind. So now my question for you is, what made the corn start popping? Why did it all of a sudden just, the corn kernels were bursting like firecrackers? Why did that happen? It's because it was so hot out. Look at this. One sunny afternoon, it was as hot as could be. So it was so hot that all of a sudden the corn kernels started cooking and they became popcorn, because that's where popcorn comes from. And they have to have a lot of heat to make that happen. That's why you put your popcorn bags in the microwave. So my question is, if it was so hot out, why did the men put their jackets on? That doesn't make sense. Well, they put their jackets on because they thought, look right here, because they thought the popcorn was snow. They didn't realize it was popcorn. They thought it was snowing. And when it snows, it's usually cold out, right? So what does that tell you about people's minds when they see things? Yeah, our minds can play tricks on us sometimes. They thought they saw snow, so they thought they were cold. They actually weren't. They were just so shocked, so astonished that they thought they were cold, but it was still hot out. So this story is what I call a tall tale. Do you see that up here? Read the tall tale. What is a tall tale, and why would you call this one a tall tale? Think, is this a fiction story or a nonfiction story? It's a fiction story, yeah. It's just a fun story that we read, but it's not real, it's fictional. All right, we're gonna take a break here and we're gonna practice working with compound words. So get your ELA notebook. I'm going to say a compound word and I want you to write it in your notebook. The first word that I want you to write is anytime. You can come anytime. Write that compound word. The next word that I want you to write is lighthouse. Lighthouse. The third word that I want you to write is touchdown. The quarterback made a touchdown during the football game. Now that you've written those three words, I want you to check your work. Here's the first one. Anytime. Any time. Did you spell it correctly? If not, make some corrections. If you did, star it. Here's the next word. Lighthouse. Lighthouse. It's another compound word. Check your work again. Here's the third word. Touchdown. Check your work. Touchdown. Next, I'm going to say a sentence. I want you to write down the sentence and then we'll check your work when you're done. Remember, there's going to be some compound words in the sentence. Here's the first word in the sentence. Sometime. Sometime next weekend our team will play softball at the ballpark or playground. I'm going to say that sentence again so that if you need to pause and go back, you can. Here's the sentence. Sometime next weekend, our team will play softball at the ballpark or playground. Sometime next weekend, our team will play softball at the ballpark or playground. If you need to hear that again, go back a little bit. Otherwise, once you're done with that sentence, we're going to check your work. Here's the sentence. Sometime next weekend, our team will play softball at the ballpark or playground. Look at that. Sometime, that's a compound word. Softball, ballpark, playground, lots of compound words. So double check that you spelled all of the words correctly. You have a capital letter at the beginning, a period at the end, and look at that, even a comma after weekend. Pause this video to double check all of your work there. Now, the last thing with our compound words is a sort, our favorite part, right? So here are your 3 categories that you need to write in your ELA notebook. The first category is times, like a time of the day. The second category is places, a place you can go, and sports. So time of the day, a place to go, sports to play. We're going to write compound words in each of these categories. The first word is daytime. Well, I know daytime is going to go over here because it even has the word time in it. That's a good signal to me as a reader. Daytime. The next word is weekday. Well, that's a part of the day, so I'm going to put it in time. Weekday. Oops. The next word is backyard. Well, a backyard is somewhere I go because it's behind the house, so I'm going to write it in places. Backyard. The next word is football. Well, I know that football is a sport to play, so I'm going to put it in this category. So here are our compound words. Time, place, sports. We've got football, backyard, daytime, weekday. Now it's your turn to put the words into the correct category. Here are your words. Let me move that a little. Ball game, afternoon, campground, sunrise, bedroom, classroom, baseball, goalpost, teammate, sunset, cornfield, firehouse, touchdown, bedtime. Put all of these words into the right category in your ELA notebook. Make sure to pause the video to give yourself enough time. Now it's time to check your work. Here is the answer key. Make sure you have the words all in the right category. Also make sure you spelled them correctly because you want it to be able to say the compound word like sunset. Notice all of these are compound words. 2 words put together to make one big compound word. Great job today. Make sure you're practicing your spelling words because those are compound words also, and then move on to science.